Welcome to It's a Life Thing, Bridging Pain to Purpose. We're your hosts, Benita Santillanes
and Madeline Figueroa.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at It's a Life Thing.
How about if I add to studio?
We're still not. We
Hold
don't
on.
hear it.
Here's my speaker.
There we
How
go.
about if I add to studio?
We are online again.
See, we were on delay. Here's my speaker.
Now we're on. Okay, we're good. You guys can hear us now?
Did you watch my anxiety attack? I'm going through it.
Can you guys hear us now? I think you guys should.
Please, someone let us know. Castillo Love, Jennifer Scott.
Well, there's 5 people watching, so we
Holla.
We don't know if they're watching us.
Holla.
Look at Squeak's like,
say hey.
He's like, I hear you guys.
Say hey. Okay, I can hear you.
Yes.
All right, now you can watch my 60-year-old self try and get back up and make it look smooth. I don't feel my legs right now. This is a hardwood floor.
You okay?
Ta-da-ta-ta. Hey, how are you people?
Okay, so let's
try this again.
welcome. My name is Benita Santillanes,
And I'm Madeline Figueroa.
and we are the host of It's a Life Thing, Bridging Pain to Purpose. And this episode is episode number 5.
Yes.
And it's Get to Know Your Host. So thank you for being patient with us. And Squeak, you already have food.
You had your moment.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're back.
So thanks for joining us.
The first 18 minutes didn't count.
Yeah. So basically what we were trying to tell you that you couldn't hear, this is where ASL would have done us well.
Sign language.
American Sign Language.
B, C,
I love you.
D,
It's all that matters.
F, whatever.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you. Yeah. So
And then that.
we were talking about how Bonita and Maddie came to be Bonita and Maddie as friends. So a mutual friend introduced us.
Yes.
We liked each other, but I didn't like her in my space because I didn't trust the mutual friend.
Right.
Is what it came down to. Right. I mean, look at her.
Look at her. You should have.
Right.
This girl got it.
You know, so stop. Anyway, right. I was a corporate mama. She's always been a very independent, entrepreneurial spirit. I'm spirited. She gives great massages. Holler at your girl. And you want to plug what your spot where you work?
Oh, where I work now? I work at Shen Health and Harmony on Lincoln and Diversity.
Awesome.
And then I also see clients in their homes if I know you.
Yes.
No crazy people.
Yes.
And
I follow her on Life 360. So.
Yeah, exactly. So So that's what I do massage therapy as well as comedy with you.
Yeah.
Together and the podcast and everything else.
And I was a corporate mama in my heyday. And went to comedy. We actually did we acted in a movie together.
Oh my gosh, we did. We
acted in a movie together.
So while we're talking, oh my
god, I uploaded some of our life, so we'll get to share. So we did a movie during 2020. It was during COVID.
It was during COVID, and it was about COVID.
It is on Prime. It is hold on.
You got it on there?
Yes. Hold on. Show this. And
we're back.
Show this. It is called something or question mark. Oh my God. We always have to look it up.
No.
I'll look it up.
Find it.
We'll Google it right now.
What it was.
Anyway,
the name of it.
It actually was not a bad movie.
It was hilarious.
We laugh now. We act, but we did enjoy.
Oh, we had fun. Yeah.
Because I had thrown it out there. We're both into throwing stuff out and it manifesting itself, right? So we were driving one day and we're just like, what would you like to do? What would I like to do? And I was like, I'd like to be in a movie just to see what the experience would be like. Boom, she calls me, girl, there's this role. And she tells me you're playing alongside of me, but it's not that big a role.
No, I told you it was the main character. It didn't have a lot of lines. But it was a lot of work.
Oh my God. But I had so much fun.
We did. So, hey, since you guys are on there, are there any questions that you have for us that you would like to know?
We are watching comments only today.
Yeah, we're watching comments. So if there's anything that you want to know about us. So I will start about how we started in comedy.
Yes.
I started in comedy because, so I was at a Joe's on Weed Street comedy show. I was gonna go there just with some friends of mine, and it was during Dead or. That's the name of the movie that we both came out in. It's called Dead or ? And it's on Amazon Prime. Yes. So anyway, so I started comedy where I went to Joe's on Weed Street one night to go see one of Mikey O's comedy shows, and Michael Kendall, yes. And I was sitting at the bar with a friend of mine. And I was telling her a true story of actually what had happened that day to me. I used to work on Wacker and Lake, and it was snowing out. So I was walking to work, and I was telling one of my coworkers, I was like, you know what? I said, I need to be careful because I don't want to slip and fall and, trip or whatever with like my prosthetic. No sooner did I say that, I tripped, I fell, my leg slid off, and we were on the bridge. This is the edge of the bridge, and my leg went like this and said, hello. And thankfully, she grabbed it, went and looked inside of it like this. She goes, oh, this is how your leg, stays on. I'm like, yeah. The lady behind me, it was during rush hour in the morning. She stopped and she froze. And she didn't say anything. And I'm like, are you okay? I grabbed the leg from my girlfriend. I put it back on. I jumped over to the lady and I'm like, is everything okay? She's like, yeah. She goes, I saw the leg fly off. She goes, I didn't see blood, but I didn't know what to do. So I'm telling that story to my girlfriend, and Mikey O is like right next to me. And he goes, hey, have you ever thought of doing comedy? And I said, no, why? He goes, well, you're a Latina. He goes, you're female and you're handicapped. I'm like, who are you calling handicapped? And he's like, see, you got that little sassiness about you, whatever. So for literally about 15 years, I didn't do it. And then he caught me one day when I took a Gwen La Roca class, and that was it. What about you?
For me, it was wild because I had seen a Mikey O show, but I still lived in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went through my cancer journey was when I started writing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I would tell people the stories about my cancer journey, I'm so unserious. Just so that you know, we have two cameras.
So we're looking at like
so when we look at this one, look at the smaller screen because that's where we're gonna make our emphatic faces.
Yeah.
Like this one.
Mm-hmm.
When I went through my journey and I would tell stories, people would be like, it's, you should tell jokes, you should do comedy. But I didn't know how to get up there. I saw a Mikey O comedy show. Someone told me something, and I remember I think I called him or I emailed him from Florida. And
Florida, really?
From Florida. I talked to him on the phone. I was like, how do I get on the stage? And he's like, start writing and just keep writing. So when I finally moved back to Florida, that's when you and I started hanging out. You had finished your Gwen La Roca class.
Yeah.
And you were doing the Mikey O showcase for the graduates.
That's right.
At that bar on Division. Yeah. Oh, no, North Avenue.
North Avenue.
And I went to go see you. And I was sitting and I was there early. And he had his little banner.
That was the graduation one?
I think so,
That's when Hilda saw me and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
And his little banner was up there and the wind blew it down. I did not know he was in the vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a sarcastic comment.
You made a sarcastic comment?
Never. I made a sarcastic comment, and he laughed, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," because it had his name in it. The comment that I made, and he just laughed, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." He goes, "No, that's fine." And then I called him again, and then I ended up taking my comedy class with Eli Castro.
Oh, yeah. I took mine with Gwen La Roca.
Yeah. So then that's how my comedy journey started. And we've been supporting each other ever since in the comedy arena. But I've always supported your acting.
Always supported the acting.
She's an avid actress. You know, she'll tell me she's gonna be on Chicago BP, and I recorded it, and I was like, screenshot, send it, I watched it, proof.
Remember them? When I go.
I don't want to answer. I don't want to answer because I don't know which story you're telling.
My co-host. I had a co-host on one of my acting things.
Oh, your cast member.
My cast member always wanted to. Let's do that again.
They had kissing scenes. Bro was ready. He knew the kiss was coming. His lips did too. It was hilarious. Like I said, I had so much fun making them.
It was good. It was fun. We had a good time.
So then we did that, and then we started tossing around the idea in 2024
we
should do a comedy show together.
A 2-woman show.
Yeah, we were like trying to figure out what we would do it off of, and we just could never land on anything.
Yeah,
and Michael Kendo
said, "Hey, have you guys ever thought of doing a podcast?"
Always we the niche finder.
We were like, "Yeah, kind of, sort of." Now, what you guys think now today when we had the technical difficulties? We're just raw, okay? We're still trying to get things together. We're still Michael Kendo blessed us with a microphone, which we are extremely grateful for.
Beautiful.
It worked.
It actually matches a
Pinterest
vision board thing.
But today we couldn't get it to work for some reason. So sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. But other than that,
and we kept squirreling.
Yeah. Other than that, we've been manifesting everything that we put out there. We both wanted to do MC. She wanted to do MC work.
I wanted to do MC
I wanted to do motivational speaking. And then it wound up being where an opportunity came up. I spoke to Hilda Frontani about it, and she says, "Oh, do you think Manny would be interested in emceeing an event?" I said, "Yeah, let me talk to her." So she did her
Hilda Frontani, our earth angel,
love you,
our mentor.
We love you, Hilda. So then that happened, and now we are going to be co-emceeing Hilda Frontani's 82nd birthday on when?
June 13th, Friday, June 13th.
Yes,
from 6 to 9 p.m.
At Rincon Family Services.
Yes, I will pull up the banners before.
Yes, on Kedzie near Addison, just 1 block north of Addison. And we are going to have 3 amazing comics there that is going to be with the event. We're going to have food. There's going to be drinks, music,
appetizers, and it's several surprises.
Yes. And it's all for the summer program for the kids. For the summer program, so they can have lunches.
Yeah.
So buy your tickets. We posted it both on our Facebook pages, so we want to plug that. So we manifested that. That was amazing.
We both wanted to get into like TED Talk. We both
wanted to do TED Talks.
That is my Elmer Fudd. That happens to my lips. The lips and the tongue don't work together. Do we have any questions?
No.
Well, whoever it is, they're loving it because we're getting nothing but laugh faces.
Yeah. So
I don't know. No, we're getting Facebook.
Yeah, we're getting Facebook.
You, and we're getting Jen. Well, Jenny's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Whereas I getting Jenny on
my anyway, so we manifested that. So the other things that we want to do this year is I want to do more motivational speaking and inspirational speaking and getting paid, of course, for that. But big events. I would love to just talk to big crowds. I'm a talker, if you can't tell. I'm a talker. So anyways, but and actually doing more outreach. That's something that we both believe in.
Yes.
Both doing MC work. We both want to do more comedy.
Yeah.
She's got her comedy show coming up this Sunday.
Sunday, May 18th.
This weekend.
Joe's on Weed Street.
Yes.
MikeyOShow.com. Doors open at 6:30. There is a VIP ticket that gives you a couple of cigars, some pizza, and some drinks up on the rooftop from 5 to 7. That's a little extra, but then you get a little extra time. And then you've got your the show support. It's a fundraiser. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of fundraisers.
Yeah, of course.
The show supports the fundraisers. I always got to slow down. Cook County Crime Stoppers. Yes. .org, all in one word, to find out more about the organization. But they're a great organization. I'm really looking forward to this one. So if y'all ain't got nothing going on May 18th between 6, doors opening at 6:30 from like 7 to 9. Oh, and then afterwards, house music. So Joe's on Weed Street, the 18th, comedy. Then June 13th, the Rincon Family Services MC thing.
Yes.
We're really excited about that. And then June 27th, a very important moment for me. Again, one of those manifestation things. She wanted to do TED Talks. There's an organization here, a group here. Boricua Talks. No, I know. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Elizabeth and Maricel. From Boricua Talks. Love you both. They had her on last year, and I was there supporting my girl recording. Had a camcorder and the phone.
And now I'm going to be there supporting my girl.
Yes, because I was selected with 9 other women to do Boricua Talks on June 27th. So go to boricuatalks.com to support your girl and go see some amazing Hispanic Puerto Rican women at the National Puerto Rican Museum over there on Division.
Boricua Morena.
Sorry.
Okay. So it is mental wellness month. So Maddie, how do you keep sane?
You're seeing it. I lose my mind in private. How do I keep sane? I've been asked a lot this week. Because I've been bouncing around. I've been busy. The simplest thing is, the first thing is, I literally have stopped to breathe.
Yeah.
Like consciously just like sit and breathe. Even when I get in the car, I kind of came up with this little mantra: before you leave, breathe. Mm-hmm. Because the minute you pull out of the garage, pull out of your parking space, you're dealing with road rage. We're dealing with people that are running late. You're running late. Anxiety.
I dealt with road rage yesterday. I kind of gave the guy the bird. The bird. I flipped him the bird after he flipped me.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I had to be like, sorry.
And then, it's the season of construction in Chicago. And the bicycles are out.
Yes.
You
lovely bikers.
I love
you.
I'm a biker. I am a biker.
I am a biker too.
I'm a biker. I just don't understand who came up with the designs for the bikers. How are you? That's the whole episode that I'm sure will trigger everybody. That will trigger everybody. We should
go bike riding, and then you know what? What if my leg falls out? You have to pick it up from the street. You imagine that I'm riding. We'll stop traffic.
Do you understand the anxiety that I already have internally about envisioning every possible thing that can go wrong?
She wants to come with us. Come with us. Bike riding.
No, she wants to go. I think that came up when we were talking about the show.
829. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Come to all of them.
Yeah.
Come to all of them.
Say hi. So like with the mental health stuff, I mean, it's been really, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world now because of the tariffs and all that stuff. I don't want to get political or nothing like that, but it's like, in order for us to keep staying, I laugh a lot.
We have to.
I go on TikTok and I find some crazy. I get in the wormhole. Oh, did I tell you what happened the other day? I think I did when we were on your patio
with the cat.
Yes, I have to tell you guys what happened.
Do that while I take a sip of my beverage.
Go ahead. So I'm on my phone, right? And I'm inside the house, and my house is super dark at night. And I have stairs for the cat to come onto the bed with me if she wants to. So I'm on TikTok, and I found some kind of wormhole where I'm looking at like all these dead people that they found or something like that, and UFOs and all this craziness. So I'm in the dark, and I'm like this on my phone. And I'm looking, and it's, it's one of those videos where you're all into it and it's dark and you have to look for where the ghost is and stuff. And I'm there looking at my phone. All of a sudden, right here, Squeak is like, I'm like, what the hell, Squeak? What are you doing? You're going to scare me.
I have a cat.
Oh my gosh.
They are so stealth.
They are. I didn't hear her.
Stealth.
Well, she's 24 and probably like 6 pounds.
Yeah, no, they are stealth. And when you don't expect them to decide to engage with you.
Have you ever dropped your phone on your face?
That you are not a true cell phone user if you have not had that accident on more than one occasion.
I was sitting there looking at my phone and it dropped on my face. Thankfully, I never busted my teeth.
Yeah, it's... A lot of things have happened to me. So, you know how I trip over everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got something else to say. I think I told you this story, what happened when I was massaging at work.
No. Yes, but tell them.
Okay. So I do massage therapy and I have a prosthetic for people that don't know, right? So I'm at work and it's a small room and I'm working on this new client. It's a female. So I have her face down. I'm working on her and everything. Then all of a sudden I told her, okay, you can turn over. So she's faced up and the massage table is here. Her head is over here. Her feet are here. And the wall is really tight. So right on this side, we have a heating pad and the cord is attached to the wall. So I'm crossing from her head to go to her feet and I trip. My prosthetic gets caught on the cord. I didn't feel it, obviously. I trip over the stool, right? And my prosthetic leg falls off completely. So I'm standing on one leg at the end of the bed. She picks her head up. She's like, are you okay? I'm positioning myself sideways so she doesn't see, because my left leg is towards her, so she doesn't see the right leg just hanging there like this, the little stumpy. But my leg is on the floor. So I don't know if she saw the prosthetic on the floor or not, or if she saw me standing there on one leg. So she picks her head up. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. She goes, okay. She sits back down. So I hurry up and I put my leg on. I'm trying not to bust out laughing because if it was her or if it was one of my other normal clients, I would have busted out laughing, right? So when it was over, I told her, I said, would you like some water? She's like, no. I said, okay, well, I'll see you when you come out. I ran to the bathroom real quick. By the time I came out, she was already gone. And I haven't seen her since. So I have no idea if I scared this poor girl.
In case
I'm okay.
In case you stumble across this podcast, she was okay.
Oh my God, I'm okay.
Well,
but it was funny. Oh, I go outside and my boss was like, what happened in there? I said, I told you guys not to put that cord across it because if I trip on it, I can't feel it with like my prosthetic. He goes, no, you fell. I said, no, I didn't fall, but my leg came off. So my boss, Bob, he's amazing. Everybody I work with is so amazing. We laugh about so many things.
It's a cool spot.
It's a really cool spot. It's Shen
Health and
Harmony on Lincoln Avenue by Diversity. So, but go ahead. You tell someone one of your funny stories that happened recently.
Well, let's talk about legs. Since we're talking about legs.
Let's talk about legs.
My birthday. My 59th birthday. My 60th. When did we go to the pink room? 59. Her, my beautiful step-up daughter, Amarilis.
Step-up daughter. I love that.
Yeah, we're step-ups to each other.
Yes.
We went for my birthday.
Janina's laughing.
So for my birthday, it's very difficult because my birthday is December 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't ever expect anything, but I always try and do something. And I don't care if someone's with me or not. I'm doing whatever I want. So we went to one of those holiday pop-up bars that was all pink. And when I say pink, it was entering a bottle of Pepto-Bismol as it was probably going through
bubblegum everywhere.
Everywhere. It was everywhere.
And all the little girls are like,
it was every wall-to-wall photo spots.
Everything.
It was awesome. I got great photos. Yes. Some not. Anyway, in and out. Okay. Problem is when you're in a room that's saturated with one color, you forgot when you walked outside that the living color was out there. So when we walked out, it was like, oh, there's a real world.
Right.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So we were blessed because God be blessing us with some close parking spaces.
Because I
right by the bar. And I'm walking. It had been raining the entire day. I had a cute little outfit on. I had my cute little black outfit.
So cute. She looked
my little tan brim hat. Right.
She looked very cute.
I was not in heels because me and heels, they just don't exist anymore. I'm 60, the knees, the thing. So I'm going to get up on the sidewalk. And I got one leg up. But it's downtown still has those spots where the sidewalks. I thought my other leg was coming with me. It came up. No. All I know is next thing I'm doing is I'm tucking and rolling because I don't want to get dirty and wet. And all I hear is, where'd she go?
Coming between the two cars. And I thought she was going to come around so I could, because I think I was driving, right?
No, we were walking to the car.
But it was my car, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I was driving. So I was walking in the street and she was walking on the sidewalk. And I see her go between the two cars. And I'm talking to Amma. And I look at her, I'm like, where'd she go?
And here I go.
Oh my God. It was hilarious.
So yes.
See,
I fall all the time.
Laughter's medicine.
Girlfriend therapy.
That's exactly
it. You need a friend. It's Mental Health Awareness Week.
Yes.
And I hope, and she hopes, that us telling our stories now are making you all giggle and are making your day a little bit better.
We got these little squirrel things.
Yes.
Because there's a video.
Did I download? No.
I don't think we downloaded the video, but we'll post it some days.
Yes.
Sometime soon. So we have these little things that she got for us. She left hers at home. Mine's got like little red lipstick, you can see.
Yes.
I'm going to put lashes on her, but she's got little red lips because I always wear red lipstick. And we sometimes squirrel, which means that we like go off on a tangent and we'll start planning for something. And then we're like, wait a second, we squirreled. So what do you guys do? What do you guys do for like mental wellness and with your friends? And what questions do you have for us? Because we're just here talking today because we didn't have anything planned. Well, we had something planned, but things changed. Life is lifing. And we decided to just get to know your host.
Let me put it to you.
So what would you like to know about us?
The days have been weeking and the weeks have been monthing. That's all I got to say. They've been rough. So...
But I'm thinking, like, what other funny things?
From a mental health standpoint, which is coming up, especially now with the summers, right? I do a lot of I do the road trip things. I get on the open road.
She hooked up her little SUV like nobody's business.
So I'm
slept in it.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Yeah, you could.
No,
you could.
No.
If you did it the way I did it, because I'm from Chicago too. So
I'd be carrying with me. Sorry, I could still carry.
I'm. Hey.
Yeah.
So I turned my car.
We're Latinas.
We're from Chicago. And we got a public from Chicago, so I know he understands that my head will be a little the Pope be poping. I'm sure he's one of the. I'm one of the people that he's like, no, God bless her, please. My God, halo be crooked all the time. It be trying to slip off. But no, I do the road trips. So I got into that camp van life, but I SUV the little Chevy Trax.
Yeah.
Their smallest SUV.
Yeah.
And I turned that sucker into a 1-bedroom apartment.
It looks good too.
I have a lot of fun.
She's giving me the side eye. She's mad at me.
That's all right. She'll get over it. What else? It is 8.
We still got time.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of time.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I got boogers?
No, little fuzz.
Fuzzies.
Yeah, fuzzies. From a standpoint of mental health and friendships and whatnot, there is a reel that's gone around on TikTok, and there's memes that say it too. So I'm just gonna repeat what I've seen. All it takes is 8 minutes of your time.
Yes.
To give to someone that will allow them to snap out of wherever they're at, if they need to be heard, if they need to be just venting or whatever. 8 to 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and people don't know how to ask for, hey, do you have time? They always feel like they're bothering. And I have, a family member and I have adopted it, and a couple of my friends and I have adopted it. And I would recommend that you talk to your family and to your best friends and the people that you care about in your life, because life be lifing, and it's gonna life some more. We're getting ready to go through tons of changes. We don't know what's happening. And be able to text someone or call someone and open with, do you have 8 minutes?
8 minutes. Yeah.
And that is all they need to say for you to just say, yeah.
Yeah.
8 minutes is not a long time. And literally, it gives them that chance to do that thing that I talk about, which is just stopping to breathe. And if you just tell them, take a breath.
Castillo, love, you got me here, girl. You got me always. Always, girl. And the invitation is always open to come with me to church. Always.
Yes.
I'm not perfect, but let me tell you, my heart is in the right place. I love you and I miss you too, girl. So come over. Squeak. What is it? Come here. You want to be on camera? Come here. Come here.
So from that standpoint, 8 to 12 minutes. So tell anybody.
Yes.
I need 8 minutes.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yes.
Oh, yes. How are you in personal life? In personal life right now, what are your goals? That's a long question. Let's see. Do we want to get into
hold on, I'm trying to think of how I can say it without.
Do we want to get into you know what? Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into the conversation that we had yesterday a little bit about what both of us are single.
Yes.
Right? But both of us have gone through a tremendous amount of healing.
Tons.
And we have grown so much.
Yes.
That, a lot of people say you attract what you are.
Yep.
And I can honestly say, for me, I am not the same person I was 6 months ago at all.
Mm-mm.
And I know you're not.
Mm-mm.
So I don't think we're looking for anything. I think we are just being at this point.
We are existing.
And whatever
we are existing, we are saying yes to opportunities that we would otherwise had said no to because we would feel that because we were in a relationship, some of it would play a role in, should I do that because it's going to take away time from that. There was always a level of taking a step back to put that forward. And being 60, being divorced 3 times, never to bad individuals. We never had.
Right. I never attracted anybody.
We didn't have bad marriages. Right. It was bad timing. A lot of wounds from both parts.
Yes.
And we were too busy still being in survival mode.
Yeah.
To be able to take a step back. It didn't matter how much we loved each other. It was just too much for one person to take on both at any given time. That's what it was, at least in my cases. So there's no ill will towards anybody that I've shared my heart with. It's never been bad relationships.
Right.
However, from a standpoint of growth, I would always put myself way too far and back. Way too far and back. So now that I have not had an obstacle and I'm able to do things, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. It just happens to be that they happen to be in the evening. Yeah. And that's a threat to some people. But I'm like, as soon as it's done, I'm home. It's like, I'm past the era of having to be out.
Exactly. It's like, I'd rather be home, snuggled up or something and watching TV.
Right.
Or, I mean, granted, we like to have fun. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't consider myself old and you're not old either.
Mentally, never.
Never.
My body tells me otherwise.
I'm not there yet with my body. I get a little crick here and there, but I'm good.
In the house, snap, crackle, pop.
But I think that in all honesty, the conversation, I went to her house last night and we were sitting on our beautiful balcony and just talking about life and enjoying the day, enjoying the evening. And as girlfriends do, we really talk about life. And it was funny because I knew we were going to have the podcast this morning. And I was going, girl, on my phone, I had 99% filled. I had to go through and delete some stuff, right? So I'm sitting there and it took me about an hour. I'm going through some stuff on my phone and I come up with videos from past relationships, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that was a really fun time. And I'm like, wow, this person really meant, really imparted something into my life. And like you, I will never bash someone that I had dated in the past, regardless of how we broke up, regardless of why we separated, because you know what? That person was in my life for a reason.
They served a purpose.
And I am forever grateful.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say there is only one person that is in my life to this present day that we were very close in dating, and then we stopped dating and we parted in the most beautiful way.
Yeah.
And he still is a part of my life today. He supports me in everything I do. I support him. We'll go and we'll hang out. He's never been this type of person to, oh, I'm going to block you and I'm going to do this and I don't want nothing to do with you, because for me, I'm grown, right? And it's like, for me, people may disagree and everybody has their opinion. But if you spend time with somebody, if you share your life and your emotions and your story with someone, and especially in intimacy, and then you just pretend like you never knew that person, like, for me, what does that say? Where's the maturity? You know what I mean? Depending on how the breakup happened.
Right.
That's
where
that's the main thing. Depending if they disrespected you, if there was some bad juju or whatever. Yeah. I get that, right? Yeah. But this was one person that when we parted and we actually prayed together, and well, you know who this person is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to expose them. But he's a very good person in my life, will always be. And I love him very much. And the love has changed from a romantic to just that person that's always been there.
Mm-hmm.
And but I was looking through my videos and I was like, wow, I dated this person recently and we're not together. And I was like, wow, there were some fun times there. There was this, but had that breakup not happened, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Exactly.
And I am so grateful for that opportunity, because I wrote something. I wrote something on a post. I have to find it.
Okay.
But I wrote something on a post and I didn't know that I was gonna say it. But I was like, dang, that's good. Oh, it said, what ended your feelings for someone you were once madly in love with? And this is what I wrote. I don't believe true love ever dies. It just changes form. Meaning you will always love them, but now you have changed, so the love you had for them changes. You can decide based on how you changed if the love is going to change and be poisoned by hate, or forgiveness comes and changes true love into a love for yourself and a love for them, because they had not treated you the way they did. Had they not treated you the way they did, you would not have grown the way you have. So you love them for the lesson, but it's your choice. Just like it was your choice to continue to love them, even though you got all the red flags. The main point is, did you heal? And can you now love genuinely from a place within you that loves because that is who you are, not because of how someone treats you? Therefore, you have grown and healed and can now love without reciprocity, because love is who you are. I wrote that and I was like, dang, girl, you learned. But it's true.
No, it is.
Sometimes the deepest pain is the best lesson. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, if we're sharing poems and stuff, and
Cassandra says, amen, girl. Yes, amen. I love you, Cassandra.
No, seriously, I think if we talked about this. Yes. We talked about how I learned the last of what I think my two lessons were when I was 58.
Yeah.
My relationship lessons. That was when I was like, no, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm worth a little bit more than what I'm getting, and I'm not asking for a whole lot. Mm-hmm. So, and my thing is, at this point, I've created this like a quiet environment when I'm by myself. So anybody that comes into it can't make it loud. Like, and I don't mean because loud music, because sometimes my space is loud. But what I'm saying is, vibe-wise, my spirit is at this place where I have my days of anxiety and I can handle that. I can't handle anybody else's stuff. So if they come in, I can be them to support them through theirs, but I am not taking it on.
Taking it on, that's it.
Taking it on. It is not for me to fix.
Yeah.
I am not the fixer.
I was a fixer.
I was always a fixer. And
I was a fixer.
Like I said, that was the last lesson.
Cassandra's like, come on, speak it now. Speak it, girl. We got to have you on, girl. We got to have you on.
It was literally that. It's the last lesson of, I can only do me, and I can get deep.
Yeah.
I can get deep when it gets into stuff, because I've been through a lot personally.
Yeah.
That it's like, whatever you're bringing, fix you. We all have our little flaws, but all them big things.
Yeah.
At least acknowledge that there's something to fix. I am the best listener.
So what did you learn from the last two relationships? What did you learn that was very valuable, that really changed you?
One is funny and one is not. One is, and I don't know how they fall depending on who you are in the role. My thing is, I try relationships in my zip code. I try. It's I don't know if I'm ready for the all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. So I'm not ready there, right? So, but now I want a relationship, but they can't be too far either. So my thing is, the lesson that I learned for me is just let him find you. God will put him in your path. Let him find you. And I realized that whoever the he is gonna be, is exactly that person. Yeah, they have their issues. No one's perfect, but the big drama parts of them, they've at least got an answer for, and if they're working. It's just that I don't have the energy. If the energy that you're bringing is heavy, right, leave that energy outside and just come in as light as you can be, I guess is the best way to put it.
I remember we talked about being in a place of celibacy right now. And it's like, I'll be honest with you. She's like, But you know what though?
Wait a minute.
I just had that conversation with God. Yes, girl, Cassandra, right? And it's like, for me, I'll be honest, and I don't mean for this to sound like
I need another drink.
Like whatever, but this is the first time, I think I told you, that I've been single for so long.
Well, we talked about this because we had the same kind of habits.
Yeah, I am. We had the same habit. I was married for like 20 years, and I've always been in very long-term relationships. And this is the first time that I've been single for, God, it's been what, 6 months, 7 months now? And I know some people are like, girl, that's only just the beginning. It's only 6 months, 7 months. Yeah, but you know what though? Years. During this time, I have learned so much about myself that I'm grateful that it happened. I'm grateful because one thing that I put now is that I am not going to be intimate with you. I'm not.
Here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
And if we have fellas watching, and you fellas have your friends, and you have your sons, this is what we mean by that. Is there are so many other levels of intimacy that you got to get to, you as men even, because that will make the actual act a whole different level. Yes. Otherwise, the act is just the act. Yes. But when you add the layers of intimacy, y'all been talking and you have deep conversation, and there's been anticipation, and there's commonality in spirituality, if you're God-fearing, whatever your requirements are, when you put the act too early in the thing, you lose sight of waiting for those things to come, and then they don't come fast enough. Yes. Now you're impatient for those things. At least I'm speaking for myself, but that's how I think about the whole celibacy aspect of it. It's not that I don't want you, because trust me, it's been a minute. It's crickets. I can hear echoes. I don't know if that's
for me. It's like, I honestly, I don't,
because it's only been 6 or 7 months.
But I'm a very affectionate person.
No, I am
in that
too.
aspect.
That's what I'm saying.
For me to not have so much, but for me, I put it out there on my social media. I'm going to be celibate until I'm married. I'm sorry. You got to put a ring on it before we get married. Always perfect. I do my thing or whatever, but I've learned my lesson at this point, this time around. And it's funny because I saw something on Facebook. He says they were talking about having sex before marriage and stuff like that. And there's so many.
I'm done.
She's like, God is enough. I'm the same way with you right now. It's me and my Lord.
Girl, that's
it's me and my Lord. But this one person posted because they were saying like, oh well, how do you know? If you don't have sex before marriage, how do you know if you guys are compatible? And this person said, you shouldn't need to test drive a godly woman because a godly man will trust the manufacturer who made her. I was like, oh yes. That's exactly it. Because let's okay. So let's be honest. I'm gonna be real. You find a partner. How many of us? I will be the first one to say I stayed in a relationship because the intimacy was what I needed and was good, but everything else was bad.
Here.
And that's just the truth. And it's not worth it.
I'm going to give it an educated response that warrants Harvard University consideration.
Because I know, like, say it loud, girl.
When you are self-sustaining, self-reliant, and this goes for man or woman.
Yeah.
When you are self-sustaining, self-reliant, that literally is secondary.
Yeah.
But it needs to be dependable.
Yeah.
Right? We don't need it like the Energizer Bunny every day, but at least show up once in a while.
No, girl, I'm sorry. Several times a week.
Remember, if they understand the levels of intimacy,
no, for real. Yeah,
if
true.
they understand the levels of intimacy,
because it's not always like
it isn't always that.
It's true.
But when there is no other stimulant, and
there's
you're
no
self-sustaining,
there's no affection. There's no connection. Closeness. Yeah.
That's why putting the act way too far in advance makes everything gray.
Yeah.
Because if they work it and reverse. Sorry. I'm sorry.
But true.
Y'all get me. At least Cassandra. See, Cassandra's the only one that's engaged.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Yes. You're the only one.
The thing is I'll be 54 this year, and I don't feel it. I don't feel like I look like I'm 54. I'm grateful for that. I get a lot of these young bucks that are coming at me in their 20s and their 30s or whatever. And I don't say that with like a prideful thing or whatever, but I'm like, I'm just going to be real. It's like, am I a fantasy for you? Because that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not searching for nobody. I'm really not. I'm enjoying becoming who I need to be for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time in my life that I'm showing up for me. And would I like to share something with somebody? Of course. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, I've been there, done that. And there's so much more to life.
That's the part. It's been there, done that.
It's been there, done that. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If guys call it sowing their wild oats, I was never out there like that per se, but in a sense, it's like, I just want somebody that's got a vision.
Look,
a vision and a dream, and that loves God. That's me.
Hold on to that. So, I'm 60, I'll be 61. And my mentality is still probably at 30. Like my energy.
Oh yeah, we're both
still like my 30s.
Moving and shaking.
However, I understand that I am going into life with anybody that I date, unless I decide to be a cougar. They're going to have pre-existing conditions. I have them.
Oh no. Go ahead. You say
they are gonna have pre-existing conditions unless you're a cougar. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Pre-existing conditions. Okay. I have them. I'm open. I'm stage 4 cancer, but I'm 16 years of thrivers. So as far as I'm concerned, it's in there, but we go toe to toe on a regular. So I got time until God says, you know what? No, you don't. But he could say that to the healthiest person.
Yeah.
Right. So I look at it that way, right? Everybody's coming in pre-existing conditions. I might be limited to every, whenever the blue pill comes out. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
The nightstand will be stocked and charged. Okay, but I'm 60, right? So for me, it's making a shift. For me, it is literally, before it used to be, who do I want to spend time with?
Right.
Then it was, who do I want to share space with?
Right.
Now it's, who do I want to share my oxygen with?
Yeah.
First the oxygen in the room, but if we get to where we're 80 together and one of us has emphysema and you need a hit off of my mask, I gotta wonder, do I love you enough to be like, I'll let you take a hit off my oxygen tank? Like, it's like that. It's like, I want to be able to be in a room watching TV, getting on a plane, doing a road trip.
Wando got us like, y'all wilding out. We got a guy on. That's my friend Juan. He's a comedian too.
So, but you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm getting older. My expectations have to adjust. Now, granted, do I want a guy that is at least trying to take care of himself? Absolutely.
That's what I want.
You don't need to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't need, but I'm trying to take care of myself. I try to eat better than I used to eat. I'm not a preservatives mama like I used to be. I'm trying to be out and enjoy what is left of the life that God is giving me.
Yeah.
Because I sure as heck feel like I wasted some of it.
See, for me, it's on a different perspective. It's like, I want to live to be, God promises us in the word 120. Well, I want to be 120. I confess I'm going to be of sound mind, sound body. Little things crick here and there, my little left leg and stuff like that. But I'm like, I'm young at heart, and so are you. And it's like, I'm not going to put a limitation on what God has.
Jennifer, my girl Jennifer.
We want what you parents.
We want what our parents have.
Yes.
We want what our
parents have. You know what? Let's be real. Old school love. How many people are like that anymore? Where they truly believe in that old school love, that old school, like, I'm going to stick with you through thick and thin, and we're going to get through this together. Exactly, Jennifer. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that old school kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That is going to be there for you no matter what, that they don't, that's right. They didn't give up on anything.
I often joke.
Well, your parents are like that.
My parents.
Your parents are like that. They've been together for over 50 years.
Girl, wait. God bless my.
I love them.
Mom just turned 88. Daddy turns 88 August 27th. And on September 20 August 22nd, he turns 88. On September 27th, they're celebrating 72 years of marriage.
What?
They've been together since they were 17 and 18.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, yeah, I'll be 54 and it's past that. But you know what? There's nothing that God can't do. And it's like, I'm a woman of purpose, and so are you.
Yeah.
And I believe that God is going to bring me someone that has purpose. that has a similar interest and purpose, and where I can be a blessing to him and meet the needs in his life where he not is lacking, but where he needs that support, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it's that true, like, communication. Communication is key in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And some relationships just don't have that. I'm a communicator.
Yeah.
I'll admit, in past relationships, I may not have communicated very well.
Mm-hmm.
I've communicated to how I understood things. I understand things a little bit differently now.
Yeah, well, as we grow up and experience things, you achieve different levels of understanding.
And it's funny because when I married Faith and Brian,
Faith
is Rosie's daughter, and I got a license online so that I could marry them. And I remember I never did a marriage before, but I was like, "Oh, God, help me with this because I don't know what I'm doing." And I married them, and I said to them, and it's so true, that when you're in a relationship with somebody, you, like, say we're in a relationship. I mean, you know what I mean, male and female.
Yeah.
And I go out and I have work experience and I have life experience and I meet people. Because of those experiences I have separate from my partner, I'm going to change. He's going to change, right? But when we come together, we also change.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not changing in a relationship daily, weekly, monthly, and being willing to communicate, you tend to separate and lose each other. That's what's important, is to communicate.
One of my teachers, my most recent lesson. Oh, Angel, sometimes we have to wait, because what or who we want isn't what God has for us. That's right, Angel.
That is so true, Angel.
Yep.
Jennifer, I'm so blessed to have that.
Yes, you are. Jennifer has an amazing hubby. I love him to death. They've been together forever. She has health stuff that she deals with, and that man has proven to be her ride or die.
Yeah, I haven't met him.
I love me her husband.
I met her. She was amazing with her art stuff.
Yes. Jennifer Bialik got Created to Create.
Yeah, she does amazing art stuff.
Yes, she just did a piece with Jesus. Oh my God.
I didn't see it.
Oh my God. Go to her page. It's freaking amazing. What she went through to create it was a learning experience from her. So try and find some of her earlier videos before you get to the end. Oh, amazing.
And Angel does some good stuff too.
Yeah, we need to do
an artist. An artist.
Yeah, we should do them both separately, because
I got shorts on today.
Anyway, so we're gonna wrap up in a little bit, because we started 15 minutes late because we had our technical
difficulties.
But at the end of the day, thank you so much, you guys, for engaging with us and making commentary on our stories, and we hope you guys got to know us a little bit.
Yeah,
better.
And also post in the comments or send us personal DMs or whatever about what stories you would like to hear, or what topics that you would like to see us cover, or things like this, because we truly are here for you. Yeah. We want to engage with you and what you want to hear from us. Yeah, you know, because we always have stuff that we can talk about. Because let me tell you, we can talk about a lot of stuff, and then we squirrel.
Angel, so cute. You two are great ladies.
So whomever is with you, I want to cry.
Has to be great people. Oh, thank you, Angel.
From your lips to God's ears.
That's my girl.
Yes.
Anyway, all right, Angel.
Yes.
You know.
But anyways, moving forward, we next month we might have.
There's a couple of ideas we've got.
Yeah.
We want to look at mental health.
Good night, Jennifer.
Night, baby. Mental health with kids.
Yeah.
That, and we want to be really careful with that. We're gonna talk about. We're leaning in on some people that are doing some of the fun stuff that they do with their kids, because not everybody is an athlete.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of programs out there in the arts. So we've got some folks that we're going to talk to about that. But we really want to talk about mental health with children, because one of the things that we've kind of seen as a pattern with the few shows that we have had is that a lot of our memories start when we're 8 or 9 years old.
And a lot of the trauma.
And memories. A lot of the trauma. And it doesn't have to be hardcore trauma like we think. It could be like one person, our first show, which was Angel, talked about, I grew up in a loving home, but there was just something off. Our second show, Brenda, she's like, I had a roof over my head. There was food on the table, but there was something. So, and what we started finding was that there's a common thread, that it starts when we're young. And because we don't know how to express ourselves, or we don't know what it is that we're feeling, we act out, but then the adults around us misinterpret.
Yeah.
Right? So we're trying to see what we can do in regards to shows to kind of give parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles options with the kids that are in their life, so that we can start healing before there's even an issue.
You know, is there a way that we could, as you were talking, it just came to me, a vision, just came to me about, is there a way that we can maybe get teenagers, I don't want to say young kids, because that's a little young, their parents would have to be here too.
Yeah.
But somehow to get maybe like preteens, where we can have an open conversation with them about the struggles that they might be going through.
I actually think we can probably have multiple shows and then with multiple ages.
And then have like a therapist there, like do a kind of like a group setting with like young teens and something. I don't know if you guys work with people.
I have ideas.
I know there's like Aspira, and I know that there's things like that where the youth kind of get together and they can talk openly about the struggles that they go through.
Amarilis.
Yeah, you know.
Up.
And we have
therapists. We've got therapist friends, and one of
that would be interesting to hear
you guys are here during the creative process.
To hear what the youth is actually going through in this time, because we hear it from an older perspective, right? But our youth right now is going through so much stuff, especially identity issues and things in regards to social media. We didn't go through social media bullying. We didn't go through a lot of the stuff that the youth are going through.
Thank God there's no proof.
Girl, yes. Because let me tell you, try to bully me back in the day, I'd be like, go.
The bullying part was not the part I'm talking about. Right. There being proof.
Exactly.
Anyway, hold on. We got Edwin. Edwin, hi. He says, let's support these girls. We'll support you guys. You guys are the best.
Thank you, Edwin.
Cassandra, teaching the youth to use their voice versus the negative behaviors. And
that's absolutely true.
But that goes back to the traumas that they're experiencing. No one is teaching them that there are other choices.
But they don't really have an outlet. Their only outlet is social media. A lot of the youth now are so like this.
Yeah.
They're not like this.
They don't. Yeah, there's no social skills. And then Edwin says, sorry, I'm too old. I'm going to be 30. But I can find some kids. I know some. Bro, we all do.
Right?
We all do. But no, I think it's I think getting in front of the problem and just giving them ways to think. When we were growing up, we played outside.
We did. We problem solved.
Our games were, that, they've got the floor is lava. The floor has been lava for years.
Exactly.
But we weren't looking at it as winning a prize.
We were told, leave the house and don't come home until the street lights come on. So, but you can't do that now.
No.
But I know we got to close. It's 9:23. But moving forward, stay to the end. We have a funny video for you guys that we did. You know, people may say that past 50 you're old, but let me tell you, we ain't old. We just started on living our lives because you know why? We learned wisdom. Wisdom through life. Life teaches you wisdom, and we have learned wisdom. And we still like to play, we still like to laugh, and we like to have fun and everything, you know.
We're trying to stay current and understand these
right.
apps.
You know, so we kind of did a little funny video we'd like for you guys to see at the end. But overall, we're going to be coming back in June next month.
June 11th, I think. 11th
and you know what? We had actually, what do you guys want to see from us? Because we don't want to only engage with you once a month. We're older, not old. That's right. Thank you, Angel.
Shoot.
I was home by 9 p.m., right? Out there by 9 p.m. Exactly.
Shoot.
Thank you, Edwin. But so for upcoming episodes, what would you guys like? What topics would you guys like for us to engage with? Yeah. You know, it is ideas. It is bridging people. It is bridging pain to purpose. But we both are comedians. We both have. We both love to laugh, and you know, we're gonna be doing some interesting, fun things during this summer that we talked about yesterday. That we're gonna be posting and just keeping you guys up to date with some stuff. And yeah. Good night. I think that's about it right now. But thank you guys for joining us. We love you guys so much. We wouldn't be here without you. And we appreciate you. We love you. Have a wonderful night. Be safe if you're out. And tune into us next month, the second Wednesday of June.
June 11th.
Yes.
8 to 9 p.m. Central.
8 to 9 p.m. Central. We will see you there.
We'll be waiting for you.
We'll be waiting for you. Love you guys.
On me, take on me, take. That's